All right, everybody, welcome back to another video and the last one for 2024. And I know a lot of channels do things like look backs and replays and stuff like that because they don't want to record another video and they want to be able to reuse their old stuff to be able to make a new video. I'm not going to do that. Instead, I loaded every single pragmatic game that I could get into a database and get onto this wheel. There may be some missing. I apologize if there is, but I think I got at least 95, if not more, % of them. We're going to spin the wheel. We're going to play some games. We're doing a wheel decide today. Appreciate y'all joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Let's go ahead and get directly to the first spin here. I mean, you really can't even read it. You can see these words, but you can't read them. First game is going to be Real Banks. Let's go ahead and head over to Real Banks. All right, here we are on Real Banks. I don't think we've ever played this one before because the volume was up at 100% when I logged in, so I wanted to do 10,000 coin bonus buys in all of these, but there's a 9,000 and a 12,000, so we'll start off with the 9 because I'm not super confident about this game. I've never played it, don't know how it works. Let's go ahead and explore it together. The first question, obviously, how do we collect the amounts at the top, and can we make them bigger? Certainly can. Okay, so money on the bottom makes money on the top bigger. How do we get money on the top? Do we just collect it at the end? At least it's going to be a short. Okay, reel collect. Obviously, then we collect everything on that one reel, so this is going to be terrible with 3 spins left. Times 2 wheel is nice, plus the reel collect on the big one. It helps a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean it's about a third back of where we need to be, if that, not even close. Do we get reel collects on everything now for the remainder? At least it doesn't disappear. I mean, it's nice that the amount stays up there. We need a real collect on the 2nd and 5th. We got it on none of them. 22.72 on a 9,000 coin buy. Not a great way to start off. Let's go back to the wheel and see where we're going next. All right, back to the wheel here. And of course, if we get the same one twice, we're not going to go play it again. We'll just spin the wheel another time. If you look real close, you might be able to sort of read it. Hot to Burn Extreme. Let's see what this one's all about. All right, here we are, Hot to Burn Extreme. If you didn't notice, I did bring a bigger balance because we're going to do quite a few buys today. Good way to end off the year. Last one was 9,000 because we didn't have a 10. This one also doesn't have a 10, but we're going to go on the higher side and do a 12 instead of an 8. So obviously the stars are what's getting us into the bonus here. Again, I don't have any idea how this one works, but we will figure it out as we go along here. I hope you've all had a wonderful day and, of course, a wonderful year as well. All in all, it had some ups, it had some downs, but it was a pretty good year, all things considered. Feel like I'm moving in a good direction in, you know, my professional life and my school and all that. So, having a fun time still making videos. Again, I don't expect this to ever take over for, you know, work or anything, but I do have a good time making these and interacting with everybody. Always a pleasure. 2 stars down. Can we get a third one? I assume that's a retrigger for more spins. It is 10 more spins. It's a whole new bonus. That's good because we only had 500 coins or whatever we get after this one. 798 coins. I don't have any idea how this is supposed to pay back unless it's one of those ones where you have to keep getting retriggers and you get like 400 spins. And if that's the case, we're going to be here a while. And if it's not the case, we've got 7 spins to go. And hopefully we'll get a game we recognize that we trust a little bit more to pay us back. Obviously, the gestures are wild in this one if you haven't figured that out yet. There we go. There's a pretty good looking screen. Even with a screen like that, where everything connected for the most part, we still can't get that little pop-up, you know, for the nice win or the mega win or whatever. So I suppose we'd have to have a whole screen of probably like 7s or something, or watermelon, something that wasn't a, you know, base symbol like a cherry usually is. That being said, 29.22, not a great payback. So let's go ahead and jump back over to the wheel and see what we can do. All right, back over here on the wheel. I know it seems instant for you, but it takes me about 15 to 20 seconds to get all the way over here. What is this coming up? Looks like maybe Viking Forge. Viking Forge. You can read it if you look close enough. All right, let's head over to Viking Forge. All right, biking forward, finally onto a game that I know we've seen before because I played this quite a few times here on the channel, and more times than I care to count, not on the channel as well. So 10 spins on the board. Make sure you follow because this one goes quick. We're looking for these blue items to get up top here so they can add together, and then we're looking for a red one as well so that they can multiply what's up top and we get big wins. At least that's the goal. Let's see what we can actually make happen here. 100x is payback, so if we can get that multiplier up top above 100x, we will at least break even. 3.6 is not going to get us there. 6.85 is also not going to get us there. 9.1 starting, it's a tenth of the way. That times 10 certainly would have helped. If you caught that red times 10 multiplier just before the screen scrolled over there. Only 3 spins left. Let's see if any of these can give us what we're looking for here. Love to see another one of those times 10s, and they only show up on the lower symbols, by the way. They don't show up on the premiums. Final spin. Oh, there's a times 2 on the board, but that's not good. 36.55 on a 10,000. Not a good return. Let's go to the wheel and see if it'll give us a good return. All right, once again, back over here on the wheel. Yeah, I told you if you squint hard enough, you can read the words on there. I'm not going to be able to do that every time. I just happened to recognize Viking Forge when I saw it. Big Bass Vegas, a double down deluxe. That's a mouthful. Let's go take a look. All right, here we are over here at Big Bass Vegas double down deluxe. And it would not be a Vegas reel, of course, if they didn't have regular spins and super spins. So we're going to double down on what would have been a 10,000 coin buy to a 20,000 coin buy and play the super free spins and find out exactly what this is about. I absolutely never played this one before because when it popped up, it still had the title screen telling me what it was. And the volume was set to 100. As you can see, I turned that down so it's not overwhelmingly loud. Ooh, all right. So we have 15 spins on the board. We only need to collect, it looks like 2 in order to move on, or maybe 3. Whatever it is, it's 1 less than the normal amount on the other Big Bass games. And of course, you knew we weren't going to get through a wheel spin video without playing Big Bass at least once, as there are so many versions of this game on here. All right, so we do have one fisherman at least showed up, stopped playing blackjack for a little bit, went out on the water. Really hate to not get out of the first round on this one. That would be terrible. Wouldn't be unlike Big Bass. It would be just like them to do that. But okay, that's a red one. Went down the bottom. What the heck is that all about? We got blue ones and red ones. Is that the difference? We have to collect like twice as many? That would be not fair. I guess that's the word I'm looking. Okay, we got red. So does that mean we get our times 2? We do. We get times 2 spins. What happens if we collect the blue ones, though? Do we get another 10? I mean, hopefully we'll find out. Although we're so far along on the red ones now, I kind of want to keep getting red ones. So will one more blue keep us in the times 2 but give us another 10 spins? Or will it only give us the 10 spins and then whatever multiplier the color is what you win? I think that might be how that works. Because we just got a blue a minute ago. That wasn't a times 2, right? I guess if another blue comes up, we'll find out. Not really feeling it, though, with 4 spins left to go. Oh, there's a red and... Okay, the blue was not a multiplier. The red definitely was multiplied, so... That's how that works. That's weird. So we're going to get 10 extra spins from the blue. There we go. All the blue ones are now times 2. So it's community spins, individual multipliers. Interesting. Just like Big Bass, combining with the Vegas theme to make it super complicated. So one more red at least will get us the times 3 red symbols. And another 10 spins here. Would be awesome if we could get both to the times 10 multiplier, but it seems very suspicious if that would happen the first time we play the game. Almost like it's trying to give it to us to get us to come back at some point in the future here. So interesting little mechanic though. Could really use one more red guy. There he is. So that's 10 more spins and all of our reds are now times 3. So 3 more reds to get to max, 2 2 more blues to get to the ×3 on blues. And as we've seen, at least one of each can drop in on any given spin. We've got one of each previously on a spin. There's another red. It's starting to make a difference, at least with the wins, even though we're getting minimum fish here. The 2 more reds will get us red ×10. And 2 more blues gets us blue ×3. So 2 of either color at this point. I know I just sort of explained that out loud to myself. I apologize. I was sort of trying to make sense of it in my head as it was coming out of my mouth. That's the thing with the Wheel Decides videos. A lot of these games I've never played. I literally spent an hour typing all of these names into a Excel spreadsheet just so I could get them all into the wheel. Some might be doubles, some might be missing. I sort of lost track after a while. It's a pretty big undertaking to get them all in there. All right, so Fisherman showed up with nobody here, so what's the mini little thing on this one? It's a bazooka. How many fish do we get? Are they big ones? We got a few fish, and they're not super big. A nice 1,675 over here. Otherwise, they're pretty much minimal fish. But we're halfway back to where we started. 1 more red, 1 more blue will get us 10 more spins and an extra on either one. Can we get it on the last spin? Should have at least had blue pop up there. 11,812 seems like a good win, but again, we spent 22 on or 20 on that one, so only about half back. So let's go ahead back to the wheel and see if we can do better than half. All right, let's give this another shot here. Again, we're not going to replay any games if we get them a second time, but I am hoping to get at least one decent looking win on here. Barn Festival. Don't know if I've seen this one. It sounds vaguely familiar. Let's go find out what it is. All right, here we are over on Barn Festival. Let's go ahead and buy the feature respins here. I don't know why Barn Festival has pots of gold. Seems like maybe they mixed up the graphics with another game. All right, so obviously this is one of the refilling respins, which is everyone's favorite. Okay, good. We landed something. At least to get the respins back. It looks like there's a bunch of specials that we can get. We'll see if we actually get any of them. These are not my my all-time favorite kind of games. So hopefully something fun happens. Because otherwise you're just sort of passively sitting and watching the game do its own thing, and there's no real mystery to it. And just like that, that was the whole thing. That was very disappointing. 2100 coming back. Let's not do that again. We're gonna go elsewhere and see what we can do for a better game. So needless to say, Barn Festival, I'm not impressed. I understand it was needless to say. I said it anyway. What do we got coming up here? Gold Party. Let's go over to Gold Party and see what's going on there. All right, Gold Party is definitely one game I never played before because once again it popped up with that main screen there that shows you what it's all about. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, probably never played before. All right, we get 4 rolls of pots. I don't know if that's all we needed. Maybe we needed more or less, but we're gonna start the Gold Party and see what we're getting here. So is it just whatever collects? Are there special ones? It looks like there might be. Oh, I mean, we get the major and the grand, obviously. So if we land a major or the grand, this is going to be a very good win. But I wonder otherwise if we just collect whatever's on the board after we finish all of our spins. Very much like the last one, except we don't refill the spins. You just get what you get. So all we're looking for at this point is the word major or grand. Everything else really sort of irrelevant. Got an extra spin. That's nice that can happen. So that gave us a free spin at the end here. If you're new to my channel as opposed to others, when you get free spins when we play and it comes up like a re-trigger or whatever, I always consider those bonus spins to be at the end after all the regular spins are done, because that's how bonuses generally work. So I guess more extra spins. So these are our 2 extra spins that we earned, and by earned I'm using the term very loosely. Final spin, major, grand, either one of them. Major is far more likely. Grand would be better. Didn't get either one of them. So let's see how much we won total. I can't imagine it's a whole bunch. And no way for me to click it to make it go faster. So bear with me here because it's going to go individually screen to screen and there's no huge numbers on here. We've got a 450 over here, a 225, a 270, but it is not going to add back up to the, what was it, 10,000, 11,000 that we spent to get into this one. I'll be surprised if we get over 35 or 3 for that matter. Barely over 3,000 back. Look at that. I'm on fire for 3,000 coins on an 11,250 coin buy. I think your definition of on fire might be a little different than mine. We're going to head back to the wheel. Alrighty. We're going to give this another spin. I say we do maybe 2 or 3 more of these and then we'll call it. Maybe one of them will win. Maybe one won't. Either way, fun way to end the year. Mahjong wins 2. Okay. Let's take a look at it. All right, here we are on Mahjong wins 2. Absolutely no idea how this one works. I know how to play Mahjong. I mean, at least, you know, the way you learn when you don't actually know the real rules of how to play. I liked making matches and stuff like that on games when I was a kid, so I enjoyed playing with Mahjong tiles, but is that how this works here? I mean, I'm completely lost as to how this is working right now, other than just connecting like symbols. Does the wild stay? What are the special other symbols for? I have no idea. I guess I'm just watching the screen go by and hoping big numbers pop up. We're at a times 6 up. Oh, okay. I was gonna say we're at times 6 up top, but never mind. It got reset to times 2. Somehow winning down here increases the multiplier up here, and then I don't know where that actually comes in, or is it already being multiplied and the ones are just terrible? I guess that's always possible. So it's definitely multiplying the wins when they come in. We're at 5,300 with 3 spins left. We just need to go on a tear. I don't know what top symbol is, obviously, since I never played it before. The wilds jumping around like that is nice, especially when there's multiples of them. 2 spins left, and crazy enough, this is our closest chance to get a profit buy so far in this video. We get some good tumbles? No, we can't. 84, 84. But again, closest we've come to getting a profit buy on this video. Let's do 2 more. We'll make them bigger buys to end up the video here. All right, spinning the wheel one of the last 2 times. Most of these have been games I've never seen before, so that is sort of neat. So if any of these are things that you liked, you watched, you enjoyed seeing it, by all means, let me know, and we'll go ahead and we'll make another video of those. Pinup Girls, let's go. Okay, here we are up on Pinup Girls. Now, I've never played the game before. I know what a pinup girl is. I never had any, like, posters of, you know, on my wall as a kid of, like, you know, girls or whatever like that. I think I had maybe one, and it was the Celtics lineup with a picture of them on my wall. But I never had, like, you know, like the classic Marilyn Monroe poster, because I'm not old enough for the Marilyn Monroe one. But I never had the, you know, the one from Shawshank Redemption or any of those. So, also surprised I've never played this one before, because it's somewhat popular with a bunch of people. So, if this is a game that you've liked and for whatever reason have requested it and I never got to it, or you just didn't request it, I'm surprised it hasn't been asked for before. So as I recall, the wilds increase when you make connections or when you hit them, and then the value goes up. But the wilds will actually pop up, I think, on the last go through in all of the spots that have multipliers. Again, I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm guessing at this point. It's been a long time since I've seen anybody play the game, and obviously this is my first time. So Let's just keep our fingers crossed. Hope I'm right. It might just be the wilds that drop in all end up on the, just getting the good multipliers here. But final spin. Okay, so the yellow ones is where they popped up. This one might be fun to do a whole video on. Let me know what you guys think, and maybe we'll come back to this one for a full video. But let's go back to the wheel for our final game of the day. So in case you're wondering, there is like 300 plus games listed on here. So the odds of getting the same one twice are pretty slim, but it is possible. What do we got here? Gold Party. All right, Gold Party is going to be our last game of the video. Let's go take a look at what our final game of the day is. Our final game of the day is not Gold Party because we've already played that one. You all knew that. My brain sort of short-circuited, so we'll see what this one comes up with for our last game of the day. Jackpot Hunter. I know we haven't played this one yet, so let's go check that one out. All right, we are over here on Jackpot Hunter. Sort of looks like a knockoff of the Jack Hunter, which I'm surprised we didn't get any of those, like the Book of the Fallen or the Jack Hunter and the King Tut. There's a lot of those too, so maybe next time if those are one of yours, they'll pop up. But Jackpot Hunter is the final one here, so we're gonna do a whoops, I did not mean to click that off. We're gonna do it 24,000 coin free spins. We'll play the more expensive one. We'll do what is basically an all-in because it's the biggest one we can do, and we'll see what happens here. Again, I don't know if I've ever played this one before. If I have, I don't remember it for sure. Maybe we'll have enough to do the other bonus when we're done because it was only like 8,000, I think. So maybe we can do that. I don't know what's up with these minis and grands or how we went to those. I saw those and I immediately got worried because I thought this would be another one of those ones you have to fill in the screen with the symbols. So I'm glad that didn't happen. But I'm also not seeing a way to get multipliers, things like that. So I think it's gonna be very hard for this one to pay back. There's a reason why some of these are not super popular. And I'm starting to realize maybe why. 2 spins left to go. I think we will have enough to do the other bonus. So we'll play both. We'll play the map bonus too and see exactly what that is. Assuming we don't get our retrigger here for that third temple, and we didn't. So 11,520 back. That was about half. So the other feature, this map bonus feature, looks like we can do a 16,000 on that one. So we'll do an all-in on each one of the bonuses here and see which it does. We'll do a 2 bonus end of the video. Spectacular. So we moved 5 spots. No idea what that means. We're moving 8 spots. We just have to get to the end. Oh, we won 4,800. I don't know how it determined that. There's no way for us to know what was under there. And then 2. So we definitely didn't get to the end, but we got 16,800 back, which was pretty much break even. So that's okay. Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming and joining me here on the Wheel Spin video. I hope you had a good time. I certainly had a good time. We found some new games. Let me know if you liked any of them, and we'll come back and we will play them in their own individual sessions. In the meantime, I hope you all had a great video, a great time here with me. A wonderful year. Thank you all for joining me every video that we've gone along the way. It's been a fun ride so far. I wish you all a happy new year, and we will see you in 2025.